how did you guys start out as DJs way back in Egypt in the late 90s, when trance music is still considered foreign to the local Egyptians, who are very much deeply rooted in their ancient civilization culture?
Well, when we started in Egypt, we were like, people thought that we were crazy or something like that, because this music was so strange for the Egyptian dance music scene, because it used to be like very, very commercial, like clubs used to play like very commercial stuff, chart stuff. So when electronic also like a bit more like the progressive style, like John Deguine style, Sasha style, this was like the one that began to be big in Egypt. But trance, the way we do it, or like the PVD style, Armin and all these guys, was a bit like very strange. The people didn't get used to it, and until it took some time, I think around 2001, 2002, it became so big in Egypt and stayed for a while and then went down, and now it's picking up really back again.
Because of you guys?
Maybe, I don't know. We're doing our best, but yeah, now it's really picking up in Egypt recently.
Okay, so now that you guys are international artists, you spend most of your time touring the world, promoting your music. How are you guys getting used to this Middle Eastern and Western cultural differences? Is it very much difficult to get used to?
I used to travel a lot worldwide when I was a kid.
Yeah.
Because my father used to work, or he still works, with a lot of companies all over the world. Because his business is like something else, not music. But used to always like fly with him and travel with him for his business. He always liked to have us all together with him. He didn't want us to stay at home and he travels. So I'm used to the Western cultures, and it doesn't make, nowadays it's not a big difference between the Western culture and the Egyptian one. Egypt's becoming more open, more westernized. So nowadays it's a bit like Europe in a way. Depends on where you are in Egypt.
I see. So how often do you fly back to your home country?
Well, I spend most of my times in planes, to be honest. Planes or hotels. And so like the weekends I stay away from country, from Egypt. And then usually like Thursday till Monday, and then I stay Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then fly back again.
Okay, so
but mostly I don't see anything in Egypt. I don't see my friends.
Yeah.
I see like my girlfriend for a couple of days, not that much. But most of the time I spend in the studio when I'm back in Egypt.
Oh, okay. So the locals must have missed you a lot. Are you guys holding residency in any of the Egyptian clubs in Egypt?
No. We still don't want to get involved as a resident in Egypt, because we have a lot of places to do all over the world, so we don't want to be resident in anywhere else even. You know, it's not about Egypt. It's not. We don't want to have residency in somewhere, because it's always better to be going around and spreading your music as much as possible. So better than being resident in some place for every week or something like that. But we're planning to do like every 3 months. We're planning to do our own night in Egypt, so we can encourage the scene in Egypt and build it up more.
Okay, you mentioned just now that you spend most of the time in the studio. So the Aly and Fila internet radio show is also called The Future Sounds of Egypt. So how would you wish the future sound of Egypt to be like?
Well, I'm happy how it's going right now with the label, the radio show, with us as Aly and Fila. So now I'm happy that Aly and Fila, the brand, is becoming really well known at the moment. So what I'm trying now is to boost also the Future Sound of Egypt brand, to have both of them together. Like when you say Future Sound of Egypt, it's Aly and Fila. When you say Aly and Fila, it's Future Sound of Egypt. So to have these together big enough, then together we'll have a bigger influence all over the world. So I'm trying to build Future Sound of Egypt as a radio show also, and a label. And now we have many radio stations and FM stations all over the world broadcasting the show every week. And we're gonna start to do we started already some Future Sound of Egypt nights in some places of the world. And yeah, we want to spread the brand Future Sound of Egypt as much as possible, hopefully.
Okay, so is there such a thing called Egyptian trance? Is there any difference?
No, to be honest, a lot of people we love your Egyptian trance. To be honest, I cannot call it Egyptian trance, because it's influenced by, not by Egypt, to be honest. It's influenced by the Dutch and the Germans and so on. But people like call our style of trance because we are from Egyptian trance. But yeah, I'm happy that they call it like that because yeah, it feels nice. I don't know if when they call it to our country, I'm happy with it.
When you produce your own style of music, do you bring in some Egyptian culture into your music as well?
In some tracks, not everyone, because it's the scales of the Egyptian music. It's different, a bit different than the Western ones. You have different scales of in the music, and it's a bit different. It depends how you're gonna listen to it, because some people it will be very strange to them. Some notes will be different. So maybe they won't like it. So we're trying to do something in the middle, do like for example 1 or 2 tracks in the album that has the Egyptian influence, but we cannot produce all the tracks which has Egyptian influence because it will be a bit strange. You never know how the people will react to it. So we're always trying to have a bit of influence. Maybe one time we can do something like really obvious that this is pure Egyptian influence. But right now we are building bit by bit. We don't want to take risks at the moment.
I see. So is there any tracks that you actually put in such influences?
Like Khepera from our recent album, the melody is pure Egyptian scale, pure Arabic scale.
Oh, okay.
And also the Rising Sun track, it has like the influence also from the break part, has the influence of the Egyptian music.
Okay, so you guys are here in Zouk Singapore to promote your official debut album, The Rising Sun, and you have really came a long way since the 2003 Eye of Horrors. So, what took you guys so long to produce this debut album?
We've been working on it for the last 2 years, I think.
Oh, okay.
And we've been planning since some time that we have to do our debut album because we want to show the people we are not only good remixers, we are not only doing just singles, we can do a proper album with our own original tracks and writing our own lyrics and melodies and everything. So this is like a new step forward for us, and I've seen the difference since we released the album. It's huge difference all over the place, like everywhere I go since the release of the album. It's a huge difference and a huge feedback, and yeah, I think that people look at you in a different perspective because you are more an artist than just a remixer or just doing a single, and I think it benefited us so much, and we just already started on the upcoming album. Don't know when it's gonna be released, but we started already, and we have like nearly 3 tracks already done for the new album.
Is there any reason why the album is entitled Rising Sun? Because it's like when I read the album and I have this image of like the Egyptians worshipping to the sun god.
Yeah, it's the sun word. It has the Egyptian thing with the god, the pharaohs and everything. And like people are always saying like, guys, you're rising guys right now and stuff like that. So we thought about, okay, let's do Rising Sun or something like that. It was like an idea, and it sounded good, so we said, okay, let's call the track Rising Sun, and then we said, okay, let's call the whole album Rising Sun. It's a good image for the album to have the name like that. I don't know, this is how we felt about it.
Oh, sounds like a lot of fun making this album. Okay, so in this album, you guys joined forces with many talented vocalists and producers such as T. Lacey, Sue McLaurin, and Dennis Revilla, and many more. How was the collaboration experience like?
It was amazing. It was really good because all of them are very good composers and very good songwriters and vocalists. So we were so happy to work. It's always fun to work with someone else, Like usually when me and Aly working together, it's always fun, than better being like a solo artist working alone in the studio and, having everything on his shoulders, But the good thing is that we are used to work like that. Me and Aly, we always used to work like a group work, not one-man show. So having more people and more ideas from them, because it always opens more, for the track, the input in the track. It makes it different than if you do it alone, And all the vocals, they have their input. If you listen to the instrumental and listen to the vocal version, it's totally different. It gives you another feeling, So yeah, I was so happy to work with all of them. They were very very up to it. They were eager to finish it, and I had an amazing experience. And for sure, I would work with them, all of them again. None of them I had a bad experience with them. Really.
Oh, I'm sure. Well, so Aly is not here today, and you mentioned that he has some ear problem.
Yeah.
Yeah. So how was it like when you guys collaborate in the studio? So is there any differences between the roles that you hold?
No, we are both. We can write music, we can compose music, we can produce music. So we both are talented musicians also. So it depends. Like if I come up with a melody, Aly adds a second melody to it, and the same vice versa, you know. And at the final production, we always like either I finish it or he finishes it. It's always like that, and we used to produce together since long time, so we are used to it. It's a very easy process for us to work together. It's not easy to work like two people together, but if you are used to each other really well and knows how each other think, it will be very easy and it will be fun also. You will enjoy it more.
But now that he doesn't DJ as much as you do, touring around all over the world, does it mean that he has more time to be in the studios producing music for
He has his daily job also.
Oh, and what was that?
He's doing marketing, he's doing advertisements and stuff like that in Egypt.
For your company?
No.
Or his own business?
Yeah, his own, yeah. He does like marketing and advertisements and stuff like that. So he's working in this field, this is his main job. When I'm back in Egypt, we sit together, we go to the studio. He has his studio, I have my own studio also, so whenever I go back, he comes to my studio or I go to him, whatever.
I see. Alright, yeah. Okay, so coming back to
he's a busy guy too.
Oh well. So coming back to this album, it also features your other single, Listening, with Josie on vocals. So we actually heard that there's actually 3 different remixes for this single, right?
Yeah.
So tell us what is the differences between these 3.
Yeah, we have the Eurosonic remix.
Yes, correct. Yeah. And the Brave remix and the
Brave remix and the Filas remix.
Yes.
I think the Brave and the Eurosonic remix is a bit on the same direction, like more proggy. Philippe did the more uplifting version of it. Our original version, we wanted to do it that way to make it very like friendly, with like to have it on a radio or a video clip or something like that. We wanted to make it like a simple composition, you know, not too trancey. It's like something in the middle, you know, to have it like radio friendly also. So I think Philippe did a really good job in doing a banging club mix of it. Same as Eurosonic and Brave, they did like a very good remixes to start off the night with. I think everyone, I'm so happy till now with all the people who remixed our tracks from the album. They did a really great job. Okay, so the Rising Sound album also features your other single, which is My Mind Is With You, featuring Trance Republic. So how did you guys actually came up with this inspiration to produce such a track? Yeah, the thing, we did the instrumental of the track, and we sent it to a guy called Residency. He's Dutch, and he writes, he's like one who can write lyrics and stuff like that for big, he writes for Armin van Buuren, for Ferry Corsten, for Cosmic Gate, a lot of people. He writes like lyrics, and he has lots of singers in his roster he uses in his tracks. So we sent him this instrumental, he really liked it, and he told us, okay, what I have Denise Rivera, she's up to sing on the track. And I was like, yeah, that's cool, we'd love to. And they came up with My Mind Is With You at the end. Then we took the vocals and we worked on it, and we finished it at the end, like to have it as a final product. How was it like collaborating with Denise Rivera? Really good, really good. To be honest, I tell you something maybe you laugh about, but I didn't have a direct contact with her at all, till now. Oh. Yeah. And how was the track produced then? We were working with Drasnitsen, the guy who works for her. He writes the lyrics, he writes the melody for her, she sings. And they recorded and they sent it back to me. So the whole thing was like going between us and Resnitz. Okay, well I hope that she has a chance to probably sing at your concert or something. Yeah, I hope I meet her once. Okay, so how about the inspiration behind the euphoric track Paradise featuring these warm vocals of
Fila,
yeah.
someone who everybody know.
Yeah, this track is one of my favorite tracks from the album composition-wise. It's influenced by by movies, like soundtracks from movies.
Oh.
So it's like you can listen to the piano, the strings, and everything. And I finished the instrumental version, sent it to Fila. She absolutely loved it. She was like, "This is an amazing track. I would love to sing on it for sure." And she started working on it, and she sent me back her work. I was like, "Wow, that's amazing." She did an amazing job, to be honest.
So did you get to see her?
Sorry?
Did you get to meet
No,
her?
but I know her well.
Okay.
We spoke many times together, and I worked with her directly. But we never met, unfortunately. We never met yet. But hopefully soon also.
Yeah.
To be honest, I didn't meet
so.
any of them till now.
Okay, that's interesting. Okay, final question. You guys were also ranked number 22 on the DJ Mag Top 100 DJ polls last year. So, how does it feel like to be the only Egyptian DJ in the polls?
It feels great, and especially with our position also, not being the only Egyptian. I hope more Egyptians will be in the top 100. Maybe if the whole 100 are from Egypt, will be great. But I'm happy with our position that we reached that high, and yeah, I hope this year, let's see what's gonna happen. it's ending in 10 days or something like the voting, and hopefully we did better than last year, because it gives us like an idea if we did better or we were worse than last year, you know. It gives us an idea because the people at the end are the one who are voting. But I think we did better than last year, much better, to be honest. To be honest, so let's see. You never know.
Okay, so and last questions, any final words to say to the fans out there since they are going to poll?
Here in Singapore?
Yeah.
I can't wait to go out there. If I played last year or 2 years ago, I don't remember.
You were here last year, but
in Circa, and it was amazing. The people were incredible, and I loved it so much, really. And I can't wait because also I've heard so much about Zouk, so I can't wait to go outside.
Cool. Okay, that's the end of the interview. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.